You know, most people think being a Hollywood A-lister is the pinnacle of wealth. They see a $20 million movie salary and think, they've made it. The red carpets, the private jets, the mansions. But here's what they're not seeing. In the world of true wealth, the kind that compounds, that grows while you sleep, that outlives your relevance, a $20 million salary is just a high-end version of level 1 labor income. You work, you get paid. You stop working, you stop getting paid. Think about it this way. Robert Downey Jr. made somewhere around $50 million for Avengers Endgame. An absolutely staggering number. But that money had a ceiling. It was capped by his contract, his time on set, his negotiating power within a studio system that owned the intellectual property. Today, we're breaking down the 3 layers of the celebrity brand empire. And by the end, you'll understand exactly how the wealth actually works behind the headline numbers. Ryan Reynolds sold Mint Mobile to T-Mobile in 2023 for $1.35 billion. He didn't act in a billion-dollar movie. He didn't headline a world tour. He built something, and then he sold the machine. That's the difference. And that's what we're unpacking today. The richest celebrities aren't the ones with the most talent. They're the ones who stopped selling their time and started owning the compounding engine of a brand. Let's go back to the old playbook. A celebrity gets paid $1 million, sometimes more, to hold a soda can, to smile at a camera, to lend their face and their credibility to a product they may have never used. In business terms, that celebrity is an expense on the company's balance sheet. They're a marketing line item. George Foreman promotes the grill. Michael Jordan wears the Nikes. Britney Spears holds the Pepsi. The company wins. Their product gets star power. The celebrity wins. They get a check. But here's the problem with that model. The restaurant keeps the name, keeps the concept, keeps the clientele. The celebrity had no control over how the company grew. No claim on the profits, no seat at the table. They were renting their image, and the rent stopped when the lease did. It's what we'd call at daytime Luxe the pastry chef problem. Imagine you're the best pastry chef in the city. You get hired at a Michelin star restaurant. They use your name, your recipes, your reputation to fill every table. That was the celebrity endorsement deal, and savvy celebrities started to notice. The turning point, the moment that changed the game, came in 2004. 50 Cent was offered a standard endorsement deal with Vitamin Water. A flat fee, a poster campaign, the usual. Instead, he negotiated for equity, a stake in the company. He took a smaller upfront fee in exchange for ownership. In 2007, Coca-Cola acquired Vitamin Water's parent company, Glaceau, for $4.1 billion. 50 Cent reportedly walked away with somewhere between $60 and $100 million. Not for performing, not for recording, for owning. At Daytime Luxe, we call this the permanent vault. The difference between getting paid once for your presence versus owning something that keeps generating value long after you leave the room. That deal didn't just make 50 Cent richer. It rewrote the rulebook for every celebrity who came after him. So why do celebrity brands work so well? Why can a tequila owned by an actor outsell tequilas owned by actual distilleries with decades of experience? The answer is what we call liquidity of attention. A traditional startup, say a new tequila brand started by a brilliant entrepreneur in Texas, might spend 5 to 10 years and tens of millions of dollars trying to get their product in front of the right consumers. They need distribution deals, shelf space, press coverage, influencer campaigns, a social media presence built from zero. A celebrity can do all of that overnight. They already have the audience. They already have the trust. They already have the cultural capital. The product essentially inherits all of that equity the moment it's attached to the celebrity's name. That's the arbitrage. The celebrity is using their existing asset, attention, to shortcut years of brand building that a normal company can't afford. George Clooney co-founded Casamigos Tequila in 2013, not as a business move initially, but because he and his friends wanted a tequila they actually loved to drink. But here's what made Casamigos extraordinary. Clooney didn't just lend his name to it. He transferred his cultural meanings to the bottle. What do people associate with George Clooney? Sophistication, warmth, old Hollywood charm. A man's man who's equally comfortable in a boardroom and on a yacht. He's the guy you want at your dinner party. Casamigos didn't need to advertise those attributes. They came preloaded, simply by being Clooney's tequila. In 2017, Diageo acquired Casamigos for up to $1 billion. Clooney had built a billion-dollar brand in 4 years, not because he's a tequila expert, but because he understood that his persona was worth more than any marketing campaign money could buy. And then there's Ryan Reynolds, who took this concept and added a layer of operational genius. When Reynolds acquired a stake in Aviation Gin in 2018, he didn't just put his face on it. He used his own marketing firm, Maximum Effort, to create a completely new kind of celebrity brand marketing: fast, culturally aware, genuinely funny content that people shared without being paid to. Remember the Aviation Gin ad that dropped within days of the infamous Peloton commercial controversy? That's Maximum Effort, turning cultural moments into marketing gold in real time. The result? Diageo acquired Aviation Gin in 2020 for up to $610 million. Reynolds had gone from actor to marketer to owner of the system. He wasn't doing the work. He owned the machine that did the work. That's the transition every wealthy celebrity eventually makes, from doing to owning. Now let's talk about the third and final layer, and the one that actually creates generational wealth. When most people hear Rihanna is a billionaire, they think music, tours, streaming royalties. That's not where the billion came from. Rihanna became a billionaire because of Fenty Beauty, a cosmetics company she co-founded with LVMH in 2017, now valued at approximately $2.8 billion. And Savage X Fenty, her lingerie line. Here's what makes Fenty Beauty a masterclass in celebrity brand building. It didn't just use Rihanna's fame. It solved a real problem. The beauty industry had spent decades ignoring darker skin tones. Foundations came in 10 shades, maybe 15. Rihanna launched with 40, later 50. The message was unmistakable and the market responded. Fenty Beauty made $100 million in its first 40 days. It didn't succeed because Rihanna is famous. It succeeded because the brand used her persona to highlight a genuine gap in the market, and then filled it better than anyone else. The celebrity wasn't the product. The celebrity's values were the compass that pointed to the product. That distinction is everything. But layer 3 isn't just about building a successful brand. It's about the exit, the moment of liquidation that converts years of brand equity into a single life-altering event. Jessica Alba founded The Honest Company in 2011, a brand built on transparency, safety, and non-toxic household and baby products. In 2021, The Honest Company went public at a $1.44 billion valuation. Kim Kardashian launched Skims in 2019. Within 3 years, it was valued at $4 billion, making it more valuable than many legacy fashion houses that have been operating for over a century. Here's the lesson at the core of all of these stories. They weren't building wallets to spend. They were building machines to sell. Every brand decision, every product line, every partnership, every piece of content was adding to the valuation of an asset. And when the time came to exit, that asset generated wealth that no salary, no royalty check, and no endorsement deal could ever match. So let's bring this all together. The shift that separates a wealthy celebrity from a truly rich one isn't talent. It isn't even fame. It's the moment they stop being the product and start being the owner. Layer 1. They stop taking checks for their image and start taking equity. They move from expense to asset on someone else's balance sheet to asset on their own. Layer 2. They leverage the trust and attention they've built with their audience, the liquidity of attention, to shortcut years of brand building that traditional companies spend fortunes trying to replicate. Layer 3. They don't just build brands, they build machines. Scalable, sellable systems that compound in value. And eventually they sell those machines in exits that dwarf anything a contract or a tour could ever produce. And perhaps most importantly, the best celebrity brands don't just ride on fame. They solve real problems. They fill real gaps. The celebrity persona is the compass. The product is the destination. We'll see you in the next one. Build the structure. Own the machine. Survive your fame. That's the celebrity brand empire. And now you know exactly how it works. Which celebrity business model surprised you the most? Was it Rihanna's Fenty empire? Ryan Reynolds flipping Aviation Gin? Or maybe 50 Cent's vitamin water play? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for being here.